Alright. Hello there everyone, welcome back to episode 15 of my Shadowrun Returns playthrough. You're here with your boy, your guy, the man, the one and only, the myth, the man, the legend, JRSEVERYN. If you like any of these videos or enjoying the content so far, please like and subscribe to the channel. And for those who are looking to subscribe, you can subscribe at the bottom of the page towards the comment section. You can subscribe on the main channel, our main channel page, sorry, or through the watermark or icon in the very bottom right corner that says JRS, which is the thumbnail from the main channel page. Okay, and where we left off last episode, we were doing part 2 of the Telestrian Industries complex, and turned out to be quite I don't want to say uneventful video, because it wasn't necessarily uneventful. It was just lengthy in terms of clearing the second floor, and we had kind of somewhat a lengthy combat sequence in the Matrix, which happened because I triggered the alarm. Well, I got wiped out or knocked out of the Matrix first time around. The alarm triggered, spawned a bunch of other enemies, and then I was trying to kill the enemies in the last room in order to pick up the data. I probably didn't have to kill all of them. I just probably had to kill the main ones that originally spawned in the room before I could pick up the data. But after all was said and done, got through it, got out of it. Didn't really get to complete the Industries complex. Baron Samedi was suggesting that we stay overnight in the complex, just myself, not my crew, in order to kind of infiltrate during the day, as there were some additional security changes and measures that took place that wouldn't allow us to kind of complete the run in the evening. So we're trying to do it here during the day, and that's where we're at right now. Also, before I forget and before we move on, I have 28 karma points I need to spend that somehow I keep forgetting to spend, and I keep accumulating with all the missions that we are completing straight through over the last couple episodes. So with the 28 karma, I'm probably going to look at maxing drone control and drone combat, as they're both at 8 and they're only at 9 because of the armor I'm wearing with Lady O-Face right now. So we're going to probably max those out for 18, and then I'm probably going to look at a point in body, and then pretty much just max out the rest of biotech and max out the rest of body, which is both at 9. And then from there, tough to say, because I don't think I got an additional weapon slot. No, I don't. So really getting a deck or a decking board or a deck, it doesn't really not going to help with the decking. Would have been nice if I could pick up a third slot and then do decking, but maybe that comes out in one of the next couple episodes, or later on in the game I should say, in getting that third weapon slot. Maybe not. So we'll just do the body and the intelligence and the rest of the drone control and drone combat for now. And then I can switch the armor off to something else, maybe back to like 3 points intelligence, or 3 points in biotech, or just whatever the case is, right? Okay, and then I said a body for a point, and I only got 4 left, and I think biotech was 5. Yeah, so I can't do biotech. So we're going to confirm those, and then we're just going to keep on trucking, baby. Okay, search the locker for the janitor's outfit that I needed to pick up. Comlink chips, and don't blow your cover. Okay. Sounds pretty straightforward. Nothing in this hallway I can pick up. Moving to the next room. Okay, that was a very short sequence of rooms. The supervisor has the look of a stuffer shack manager with delusions that he's on a career track rather than what he is, a disposable dime-a-dozen resource. Supervisor, hey, you there. Or, hey, there you are. I'm Steve Scott. I'll be your direct supervisor. Sorry I missed you when you first came in, but I only found out that you were starting an hour ago when you suddenly showed up in the system. Weird glitch or something. Normally we'd watch an orientation trid and walk through our mission statement, but, well, it's going to be hard for you on your first day, but you're going to need to clean up some blood. Maybe a lot. Cleaning up other people's messes is what I do. Right, I'm a janitor, a whiz. I can handle it. Just tell me what to do. You'll have your hands full. There was some sort of break-in last night. Some people were just get things cleaned up on this floor. And listen, people are going to be on edge today, so try to stay invisible and don't get into any trouble. Otherwise, they're going to call me, and I'm going to have to reprimand you and put a note in your file. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it. I'm your servant. What's first? Sounds good. We'll get to those orientation trids another day. Straighten up this floor and stay out of trouble. Got it. I hope they get whoever did this. Only a fool would attack Telestrian corporate office and think they can get away with it. Start heading from room to room and clean what needs cleaning. Good luck and welcome to Telestrian. Doesn't seem suspicious or anything that, I got, two floating droids there, or drones there, both as class, high class, military grade drones. Yeah, nothing at all. Nope. Not suspicious. Nope. Not questionable. Telestrian guard, what can I do for you? I need to get upstairs. My supervisor says there's more cleaning to do. The top floors may only be accessed with the express authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Okay. Well, I better get back to it. Hey, I found all these chips on some of the matrix switch boxes. Is that important? I can't select that one. Weird. Better pretend like I'm cleaning. Nope. Oh, there's a bunch of rooms too. Okay, so this is the back side. And then this was where the drone tunnels were. Or vents. This was the main computer area. That was something else. Okay. I don't think these are relative to where everyone died. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. The two men are staring into the vent and shaking their heads. Telestrian guard, look, Rule, and I know and you know that there's nothing in that vent, but when I told that to Silverstar? It must be I went to tell that to Silverstar? He accused me of not wanting to crawl in there. Said was letting the company down by not displaying the corporate value of duty. Telestrian security guard. Suits sure love their mission statements and all that dreck, but today isn't the day for Telestrian Corps. Duty above all crap. Several of us did the ultimate duty last night. I guess we should just be happy Mr. Telestrian isn't in today. Just get in there and take another look. I have to go upstairs and report. Telestrian security guard. A filthy guard is looking into an open vent. He is clearly not enjoying the idea of climbing into the duct. Sorry, I tracked that dreck all over the floor. He shakes his head. Man, I can't believe what happened to the night watch. From what I can tell, it looks like our guys got hit pretty hard. Yeah, I can't believe the intruders got up to the top floor. Charisma 4, me either. You think you're done with the vents for the day? They want me to get this room back in order. From what can I tell, looks like our guys got hit hard. He shakes his head. Yeah, they chewed through most of our guys pretty good. Must have been pros. Look, I know it's duty before all around here, but I just want to get things cleaned up. You must have been, or yeah, must have been. Can you clear out now? I got a job to do. Charisma 2, so do you think you're done climbing the vents, chummer? I need to get this room done before I get in trouble. If anyone asks, you saw me in there, okay? Matrix emergency power junction. Install the comlink chip. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you place a chip inside. Karma gain 2, baby. Okay, so now I can do the biotech. So I'm just going to do that right now while I have this up. Or can I do, or how close am I? Oh, I'm only 1 point away from doing another body. So I got to be around 70 or 80 hit points. What is my body? 70? Thinking I only heal maybe 35 to 40 in a pop from biotech. We'll do the one in biotech. what kind of what I said I was gonna do, and then we'll do one for body next, and then back and forth until they're both done. What's up in this office here? This was the nothing happened in this office, and then nothing happened in this one from what I remember. But there is a character to tell and another place to install the chip. It looks like Telestrian tech worker. As a Telestrian tech jockey turns to speak to you, you notice a panel that has been removed from one of the LAN racks just behind him. Thanks for coming. Can you believe it? Silverstar is calling it intrusion, but I know the aftermath of a Shadowrun when I see it. Start over in the corner. Make sure you don't get any solvents on my servers. If they say it's intrusion, that's good enough for me. So Ka, I get it. You never get the state dope around here. Charisma 4, which we don't have. Do you think they could duck out for a smoke or something? It would be easier if I didn't have to clean around you. If they say it's an intrusion, that's good enough for me. He crosses his arms. Do you swallow every line our corp overlords spout at you? You look smarter than that. Whatever, just get this place cleaned up and get out. Gotta watch what you say around here. Last month I got docked on vacation day for complaining about our uniforms. Maybe our overlords would be interested in hearing how you crap all over their hand that feeds you. Charisma 5, do you think you could duck out for a smoke or something? Okay, yeah, well, I don't have Charisma 4, Charisma 5. Alright, maybe our overlords would be interested in hearing. He gives you a look she usually... Oh, it's a female. Did not notice that. He gives you a look she usually reserves for Nutrisoy. They might, if I wasn't a triple certified level 7 Matrix tech who kept their Drek running smooth as silk for 15 years. You know what I like less than listening to corpse speak from execs? YouTube. Listening to from some janitor. I'm going to find your supervisor. Matrix emergency power junction. Remove the access panel from the panel and place the comlink chip. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you place the chip inside. 2 more karma for Jimmy. The open panel is a rat's nest of cables and half a disassembled hardwire. Some of it is loose. Take some of the LAN parts. Mission item added. Matrix LAN parts. Don't know what they're going to be used for. A few bits of cables and optical circuit board. Pretty much done here. Supervisor, look, I told you to watch yourself. Unless you want to be transferred to the Telestrian stables for shovel duty, you better get your act together. Sorry, boss. Crazy day. I was just hoping for some time to learn my job. I'm not really a people person. That's why I normally work the night shift. I'll be more careful. You do that and work on those people skills. You'll need them to get along around here. Gotta be careful what I say. Can't get kicked out. Telestrian guard, all I have to say at this point, it's not looking good. Telestrian worker, I don't know how it happened. Telestrian guard, nonetheless, our records show that this terminal was left unsecured in direct contravention of Telestrian corporate policy. You failed in your duty. I know it's duty above all for your security types, but I am the victim here, I swear. Perhaps when Mr. Silverstar gets his next promotion, that will become a value for you data pushers as well. Right now, it seems your value is clock out early and ignore my responsibilities. Don't go anywhere. I need to make my report to Eric. I'll talk to him in just a second. I'm just going to see who else is here, or what else is here. That's locked, that's locked. Okay. Telestrian worker. The wage slave is on the edge. He's staring vacantly at his terminal with his hands to his face and his fingers twitching nervously. What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Looks like you're in some real trouble there, Trummer. Buzz, unless you can clean up a shattered career, leave me alone. I came across some items that might help you out. He shakes his head. I doubt it. You know the guy who said life isn't fair? He was talking about me. Heh, me too. I used to be in accounting for a few floors up. Few too many drinks at the Christmas party, and look at me now. I hear you. Let me tell you about all the crap I have to clean up. Charisma 4, security's bullying you, but I could make it look like your terminal was tampered with and nobody would be the wiser. Heh, me too. I used to be in accounting a few floors up. Few too many drinks. I mean, I didn't want this to happen. I mean, hell, who would? You're totally right. Not me, and I hope I never screw up. Or Charisma 2. Security's bullying you, but I could make it look like your terminal was tampered with and nobody would be the wiser. You're right. There is no reason I should let security push me around. He steals himself. Just do it quick. You place the cables and data chips around the terminal casing. Thanks so much. I won't forget this when your review comes up. Hey, no problem, sir. Just glad I could help. Would you mind clearing out of here for a while? There's a lot to do. You bet. Just remember to keep this just between us. So that conversation worked out. I think if you have a successful selection of those answers, it drops the charisma to 2, which then gives you a chance to get through the conversation successfully. Matrix emergency power junction. Remove the access panel and place the comlink chip. The access panel comes off with a quiet pop and you quickly install the comlink chip. 2 more karma for JR. Where do I go now? That objective's complete. I'm at 5. And it's 6. Yeah, 7 and 6. Yeah, okay. Wasn't there a... No, there was no drone dock. Or duck for... Well, actually there was here. But I don't think I couldn't select it. Yeah. No. Okay, let's stop this guard and see if we can go up the next floor. What can I do for you? I need to get upstairs. My supervisor says there's more cleaning to do. The top floors may only be accessed with the express authorization of Eric Silverstar, our VP of Security. You can head to the lower floors if your supervisor wants. Hey, I found all these chips on the sum. I found all these chips on the sum of the matrix switch boxes? Is that important? The guard thinks for a moment and activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation, then he turns back. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. See you later, chummer. You're about to transition to a new location. Continue. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet after your time at Telestrian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, its blanderized music assaulting you once again as you ascend to the executive floor and juggle. Okay. Alright, we were trying to do the panel and it wouldn't take us here, and that's when we ended up staying overnight. We get into his office. Eric Silverstar, there you are. It seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Just doing my job, sir. Well, it's duty above all, right? He laughs. Well, yes. That is the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it, and from a janitor no less. No, I'm speaking of my 3rd and final value of vigilance, which seems to be sorely lacking around here. Thank you, sir. Well, rewards and punishments must given where required. Now, please start filling out the report on the data pad, and I'm afraid I must ask you to not sit in my chair given your attire. I need to go head downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Oh, that's pretty quick. Those silly elves. Baron Samedi, your comlink begins to ring. You pick up. So these paintings must be what all those expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time. I am tracking Silverstar, and he's already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movements. Hurry up. What are these pictures? There's a person, a clock, some junk, a balloon, and something else. This shows a profile of 3 elves in Telestrian security uniforms looking upwards at a flag flying the Telestrian logo. The plaque reads duty. The frame clicks into place and the painting slides back into the wall. Looks like you have to push 3 of them. There's an open bottle of an expensive scotch and a single glass that appears to be half empty and half smoked cigar. Depicted is a clock tower at a train station in downtown Portland, and here the plaque reads efficiency. Not sure. What was the third one he just said? This is a photorealistic painting of 5 massive harvesters in Telestrian colors and a stagger formation, cutting a swath across a rippling field of wheat. The plaque reads Unity. This painting shows a wild mountain landscape with clouds ringing lofty peaks. The plaque reads Independence? I don't think that's one of them. The painting is of a small lighthouse in intense storm and night perched out on the rocky outcropping. Its light stabs into the darkness. The plaque reads Vigilance. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Duty first because we did that. And then we're going to go with Efficiency. And then we're going to... Whoops. The frame clicks into place and the painting slides back into the wall. He has a few guards, a tech worker, and very nervous wage slave gathered in the boardroom and is beginning to question them. And the third one should be Vigilance, because I think that's what he just said before he left. Frame clicks into place and slides back into the wall. Nothing else to grab here other than what's in the sample crate. Or the safe, sorry. There's the safe. It has a large DNA scanner on the front, most likely keyed to Mr. Silverstar. There's an open bottle. Pick up the half-smoked cigar. That's the DNA I needed. With a click and faint hiss of escaping air into the safe opens. Take the sample. Great work, mon ami. The time for stealth has passed. It has set off every alarm in the system, but I have unlocked the executor elevator and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape. Oh, it's the back room elevator. Uh-oh. Hey, this is a restricted area. You can't go in there. I don't imagine the escape was that easy. Oh! I didn't think so. McCluskey, oh, you dirty. I almost called him a troll. Or a corrupted cop. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers. Good morning, moron. Good morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? The smirk broadens. That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect for where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly or you can meet him in a body bag. He smiles wolfishly. Come on, Trek for brains. Make the wrong choice. I'll opt for a stand-up conversation. Let's get this over with. I have things to do. I'm going, but one day you and I are going to go round and round, McCluskey. I'm counting on it, asshat. The estate. From the floor of the Lone Star Cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridor's office building disappear, replaced by the gray overcast over the I-90 bridge. The nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. Half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper-smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design, a blend of old-world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you are dragged onto the driveway where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up, and you see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts. Special Forces troops from Tarangir? I don't know. Tarangir. That sounds... Or Tarangir, maybe. Massaging the feeling back into your numb extremities, you prepare to meet the man himself. James Telestrian the Third. Oi. Well, it just couldn't have been that simple and been over, eh? McCluskey smirks. Want some advice, Moran? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't ya? I suggest you keep your smart-ass remarks to yourself this time, human. Mr. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Tarangire. And one of the richest men in Seattle. And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? You his lapdog? Should I be impressed? Rather than hell elves, richer than hell elves, take a dump the same way I do, McCluskey. And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? His eyes say, I'd love to kill you now, but his mouth continues its smirk. I got one of the richest and most powerful men in the Pacific Northwest taking care of me, dumbass. What do you got? Honor, free will, indigestion. I got honor, baby. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose your body later. Mr. Quoth. Must be the butler. The fussy elf with the air of a Victorian butler studies you before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You'll find him in his office. You his butler? Question mark. Thank you, Jeeves. This is an extraordinary estate. May I look around before I see him? You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you, and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry, though Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting long. What? Algernon's here? What is Algernon doing here? There's a twinkle in Algernon's eye that wasn't there when you spoke at the Seamstress Union. It is good to see you again. There is much to do. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? What the hell are you doing here? Okay, my magical friend, explain yourself. You run in some pretty different circles, don't you, Algernon? I do not run at all, Lady Oface. I go where I am needed. I am needed here. Seek me out after you have spoken to James Telestrian. Perhaps I can be of service again. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you. Calculating and cold, a practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Trivid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before you better's mansion. It's something else, the feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. James Telestrian III, I have been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit, they are impressive. Probably going to give me the runaround, give me the spiel, and then ask me to go do something for him of a run, maybe kill Lynn Telestrian or something like that. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours, you have accumulated quite a bill with me, ma'am. How do you intend to settle your debt? Would you take a check? You already confiscated the container I took. I have no other bargaining chips. Etiquette corporate. Once my current assignment is done or complete, I would be happy to discuss working off my debt with you, Mr. Telestrian. You already confiscated the container I took. I have no other bargaining chips. First, some instruction. You do not begin a negotiation by admitting that you have nothing with which to negotiate. However, you were considering your tactical situation. That tells me you are more than a mere street thug. Allow me to instruct you further. You have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took? I'm interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a simple research project. The most protected item is usually the most valuable. That's why I took it. It goes like this. Your half-brother, Sam Watts, hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. I took the Aegis sample to kill giant insect spirits. Not the first one. Ooh, it has half-brother Sam Watts hired me to find his own killer. He had a dead man switch. When I find the killer, I get paid. Took the ages to kill the giant insect species, or spiders. Species? Bugs. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on his desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. Mary Louise? The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you. You're the woman who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Mary Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and have given me reason to forgive her for her trespass against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you got okay, Marie Louise. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. This guy's your father. Good to see you got okay, Marie Louise. I'm not okay. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid that this is a dream that I'll wake up there and it will still be with me with the bugs. You can relax, Marie Louise. You are safe. It is over. No, it won't be over until they're all dead. She shudders. You didn't see them. You don't understand. You and those men you flew in here, all you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Harkeen involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see it was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this woman. We will speak of it later in private. Now then, Lady O-Face, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a woman of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. I would be delighted. I'm not really a committee joining sort of lady. Sounds like I don't have much choice. Not if you wish to draw another breath. No. There's a weight in Telestrian library, a sense of magnitude and of purpose. You are no longer in the presence of mere wealth. You are in the presence of history. Yeah, it seems like we're slowing down the speed to normal for the text. Actually helps with that one there. So, who the hell do I talk to here? Oh, James Telestrian. Who do we got here? Algernon. Somebody I've never seen before. Somebody else I haven't seen before. Somebody else. A couple of ghost guards. James Telestrian III. Lady and gentlemen, this is Lady O-Face. She is the human who saved my daughter and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Here, Brockhouse. What does this representative of the great dragon Lofweir have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Brockhouse speaks slowly with a deep, melodious German accent. He takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. Hans Brockhouse. My lord Lofweir has witnessed the insect spirit's physical manifestation before, roughly 9,000 years ago. As you are aware, magic ebbs and flows from the earth, cycling from peak to peak over the course of 5,200 years. As the level of magic grows, Harlequin, Hans dear, I love you, but could you babble on? But you could babble on forever, and I believe this time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. Lady O-Face, is it delighted? The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like a wyvern or hydra or anything else in the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It is the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. I imagine that moving from one plane of existence to another isn't easy. Before you go on, I've got to ask, who the hell are you and why are you dressed like that? Is that why I couldn't kill it? Exactly so. Your little buggy friend exists on both planes simultaneously. Now, an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner, in this case, being us. Algernon, two elements are requiring to bring one across the void. A shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit as his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. So there should be a shaman involved and then some sort of host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised. In short, the weak-willed. Their minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult such as the Universal Brotherhood. Harlequin. Finally, by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit into the host, willing or not, then it's feeding time. Hans Brockhouse. Harlequin is correct. That was a terrible, horrible German accent. The insect spirit will then slowly consume its host while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on this plane. What's this have to do with a great dragon and an elf who likes cosmetics? Whiz, bugs from another dimension need killing. I get it. I don't like the sound of this. You shouldn't. It's bad. Really, really bad. Thanks, Harlequin. Algernon. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once the nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh they can find, and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses again and again and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not an infestation, Lady Oface. It's an invasion. Hans Breckhaus. My lord Lofleer knew this day would come, but he did not know precisely when nor where. Your rescue of Mr. Telestrian's daughter has exposed the existence of an insect spirit for the first time in this cycle of the world. Then why don't you just fire a cruise missile at the Brotherhood and call it a day? So you're early to the party this time. That gives you the upper hand, right? We are not early. We merely have experience on our side. The insect spirit is only a resident in the transformed host body. Conventional weapons can't hurt the body, unexpose the spirit, but the spirit itself cannot be destroyed by mundane means, hence Project Aegis. Here, Telestrian Biotechnology and Agricultural Divisions worked with my Lord Lofleer's Thaumaturgical is that emerging? Thaumaturgical engineers and design Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it is released from its host. The formula of fluorescing astral bacteria strain existing in the physical and astral planes at once and can thus affect the insect spirit. Harlequin. Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it or are you reading off of index cards? James Telestrian III. My director of R&D, Diane Ravenwood, will explain how Project Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood. Diane Ravenwood. Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacterial strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must be damaged using conventional weapons or magic until the spirit is released from the hosted body. Then the insect spirit must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. So in order to stop an invasion of insects from another dimension, a dragon and an elf co-created a magical insecticide. Aegis is a multi-dimensional bug spray. It stomps bugs dead. I got it. Aegis is a multi-dimensional bug spray. Crudely put, but accurate. James Telestrian III says, we must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen, and we must stop them immediately. You are the only one who has been inside their facility and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault upon my property, indicates that you are the ideal person to lead the attack. I'm flattered. Glad you are convinced because I'm not. No one's ever used this magic bug juice before. What makes you think this Project Aegis will actually work? Harlequin, he grins and his red lipstick catches the light because it has to. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Unfortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. James Telestrian III, enough. Are you willing to undergo this mission, Lady O-Face? You had me at killing bugs. Show me how to use the Aegis and I'll get it done. I'm a professional and professionals get paid for the work. I'm assuming that serving all mankind involves compensation. My job is to bring a killer to justice, not lead an assault against monsters out of nightmares. Well, you had me at killing the bugs. Those bugs get me closer to Jessica Wass, which gets me closer to the killer, which gets me closer to bringing this killer to justice. So I'll get it done with the Aegis. Excellent. Harlequin, he claps his hand as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way that the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Hans Brackhaus. Brackhaus raises his hand and Harlequin's clapping instantly stops. There is one final note, a warning, if you will. You have seen the danger the insects represent, but you have not witnessed the shaman's power. The shaman must tap into a powerful source of magic in order to summon a queen. We do not know what abilities that power source will grant. Beware of the insects, but do not underestimate the shaman. Ooh, 10,000 unions. Harlequin, hey, don't scare the kid, Hanzo. We still need her to go on the mission. By the way, By the by, I'm coming with you, Lady O-Face. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Telestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of the team. Find me when you're ready to go and we'll bug right out of here. James Telestrian III, he sighs. Yes, speak with Harlequin when you're ready to depart. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant Quoth. He is highly resourceful. How much karma gained? Oh, I didn't see that. Ooh, 8. There's a couple conversations. It looks like Mr. Quoth probably walking down the hallway. Okay. Spend this karma first. It looks like we'll both get biotech and body in one foul swoop. Excellent. Let's talk to Algernon since we're right here. I think he just sells you spells. May I provide spells, spirit foci, or fetishes to help you on this critical quest? I have a question first. Speak it. Were you spying on me at the Seamstress Union? Are you really here? Who are you? Can I see what you're selling? Never mind, I gotta go. Were you really spying on me at the Seamstress Union? His eyes widen at the question. You mistake your importance, Lady O-Face. No, I was not spying on you. Until Mr. Telestrian summons, you were beneath my notice. I saw only a customer. Now do you require my magic? Are you really here? Algernon's face takes on a dreamy expression. Are any of us? Yes, Lady O-Face, I am here. And at the Seamstress Union. And a myriad of other places. On to the work at hand. You require my magic. Who are you? I'm a peddler of magical spells, spirits, and foci. Nothing more. Truly? Question mark. No. Do you require my magic? Can I see what you're selling? Still level 3 magic. Maybe petrify and a couple other spells might be new, but ooh, aim 3. Kind of curious how much aim 3 does. Well, only by 18%. Will last 6 rounds though, instead of 4. Talk to Hans Brackhaus. Hans Brackhaus, we did not allow many opportunities during our briefing for you to ask questions, Shadowrunner. You may ask them now. How did the insect spirits get here? When the membrane between planes thins, the insect spirits reach into the mind of the shaman and begin their manipulation and playing on weaknesses and offering unlimited power if the rituals needed to bring the spirits here are performed. But once a shaman takes on an insect spirit as a totem, they begin an inevitable decline into insanity, slowly losing their humanity. Hans Brackhaus. Eventually, the shaman completely succumbs, choosing the contentment and sense of clear purpose that being part of a hive provides. Perform your rule. Serve your queen. That is all. If Lofweir had seen this before and knew another was coming, why didn't he move faster? Based upon the previous cycles of magic, the first insects are not due to appear for another 700 years. My lord Lofweir believes he was well ahead of his schedule. Something is different this time. It is concerning. Why do you think it is different this time? Perhaps it is due to the population of humans and metahumans on Earth being so much higher than in previous ages. As a result, the volume of magic created by sentient beings is correspondingly higher, or perhaps it is the density of the population coupled with the advances of society and technology that has altered things. Magic has never returned to a world like this one before. The density of sentient creatures coupled with the density of information, coupled with a new concept, the technological persistence of memory heightens a society's existential angst. Thus, more people realize how truly horrible existence is simultaneously. That in and itself may be a form of magic. Lofweir is studying the question now. What's it like to search of a great dragon? The German man's eyes narrows. Do not misconstrue my relationship with Lord Lofweir. I do not serve. Where do the insect spirits come from? As the level of magic in the Styx world grows, for lack of a better word, the distance between the various planes of reality decreases when the membrane between the planes is thin enough. Ritual magic may be used to draw beings from one another to another. I should go. Yes, good luck. Is there something I can clarify for you? Tell me more about Project Aegis. Telestrian Industries Corporation has been working on Project Aegis for 2 years without fully understanding its use. Lofweir I thought that was Lothweir. Is it backwards? One says it the other way. This one says it Lofear. Do not trust me with the information. My engineers finally met the dragon's specifications 3 months ago and had just begun the production process when my cousin Lynn hired Shadowrunners to destroy the lab and the factory, leaving us only the sample you stole. Why was Marie Louise taken by the Universal Brotherhood? He pauses before answering. The host for the Queen is chosen very carefully as the interactions between the Queen and the lead shaman are critical. A family connection between the two roles is ideal. As you have discovered my father's indiscretion with Melinda Watts, you know that Jessica Watts, the shaman, and Marie Louise are related by blood. I would appreciate if that information remained in the shadows. How do I use Aegis? My people have weaponized the Project Aegis formula by creating shells which, when fired, propel a high-velocity cloud of the material, which should be effective at killing exposed insect spirits. So you gotta kill the bug, then destroy the spirit. There are more effective ways to deliver Aegis, obviously, but time was of the essence, and I needed to improvise. I should go. Indeed. I think we'll talk to Mr. Quaff. Oh, McCluskey's still here, so we'll talk to him too. That fucking orc bastard. You're gonna die, asshole. Maybe, but I'm gonna live first. Happy? We're all gonna die, McCluskey. Maybe, but I'm gonna live first. You'll still die screaming. Okay, McCluskey. Marie Louise is here. Marie Louise Telestrian. I was listening. It sounds bad. Yep. Thank you for everything. It'll be fine. Piece of cake. Could be worse. Could be rain. It'll be fine. I believe you. You look like you have a question. Why were you locked up at the Universal Brotherhood? Father didn't approve of my boyfriend and tried to scare him off. Something went wrong and Harkeen ended up in a wheelchair. Father covered up the whole thing and lied to me about Harkeen. He told me horrible things. Her jaw clenches, and I believed him. My Aunt Lynn told me the truth about Harkeen and how my father lied. She preyed upon my anger. I was so disgusted with him, it was easy for her to get me to leave and join her new family at the Universal Brotherhood. What did Lynn Telestrian and the Universal Brotherhood want with you? Aunt Lynn was very excited to have me there, almost manic. She talked about the inner circle and how I was going to be at its center. She said I would be their queen. The way she spoke, it was as if she'd seen God or something. Her eyes close and she hugs herself tightly. But it's not God she sees, it's bugs. Only bugs. Was it Harkeen who helped you in the Matrix? She smiles, in love. Yes, even after my father ruined his life and convinced me to hate him, he's still been watching over me, my angel in cyberspace, Baron Samedi. After we escaped, I told Harkeen about the Brotherhood and about the bugs. It was his idea to steal Project Aegis so you could go back into the Universal Brotherhood and exterminate the bugs, but I don't know how he knew about it. Baron Samedi just knows things. So what did Harkeen tell you about us breaking into your father's office? Nothing. I haven't spoken to him since last night. Why? What happened? It was as planned until your father's people brought me in. We went in hard and fast. It got bloody. He hasn't contacted you? ? No, and I thought he would by now. Did something happen to him? I'm sure he's okay. He was in the Matrix the whole time. Last I heard from him, he's been made. They were coming for him. A look of horror crosses her face. They? You mean my father's people? That's right. I'm sure he's okay. They probably just took away his deck. Father wouldn't. No, he's okay. I should go. Mr. Quath. In addition to the Aegis loaded launchers we will provide, I am authorized to outfit you with anything from weapons to supplies to clothing. Alright, show me the gear. Don't think there's anything else I need. I don't think there's going to be any better drones. Already got the best drones. Could use, I think, another med and another drone kit. Oh, and another drone kit, sorry. Consumables. Another drone kit. Thank you, sir. Show me the outfits. The armor hasn't changed any, so we're good there. I need some cyber installed. Can you help me out? I'm sure that could be arranged. Show me what you have. 1 strength, 5 HP for the arms. That's still 2 armor. That's 1 body, 1 strength. 1 quickness, 1 dodge. 8 HP, 1 quickness. 6 HP. Movement, 2 armor plus 1 body. Raku, the state-of-the-art alpha cyber eyes with magnification enhancements, add 6% to hit. Won't be using magic, so the body, I don't need that. Movement +1 when you dodge the fist attack against you. Doop. Arms for 6 health. Can I do legs? No. Could do 1 strength. Actually, yeah, let's do it that way. 1 strength and that for 1. And then I could probably do 2 into the legs. 8 HP, 1 quickness, 1 dodge. 8 HP, 1 quickness. Nothing else for legs? That sucks. Confirm that for now. I'm good. See what quickness does. Use to calculate chance to hit in range combat. Reduces the chance to be hit by enemy physical attacks. Or strength. Use to calculate the chance to hit with melee or throwing weapons. Also determines how far a grenade can be thrown. I'll pick up the legs just to get the because there was extra dodge in there as well. One dodge, 1 strength, 1 quickness, 1 to body. So I got 103 hit points now instead of, I think, what, that 70 or 80? 80? Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good indeed. Not that one. I wanted to go to... Yeah, where did I want to go? Blah. Yes, quickness for dodge. Helps reduce the chance to be hit by physical attacks. Oh, it's worth it, it's worth it. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here for this episode. Stay tuned and join me for the next episode as we will speak to Harlequin here, assemble the crew, and head out to stomp these bugs at the Universal Brotherhood. And goddamn, hopefully kill Jessica Watts and her shamanistic ways. I don't know if she's the shaman or if Lynn's the shaman, but I'm pretty sure it's Jessica, so I'll find out. So stay tuned and tune in next time. Everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next time. JRSEVERYN out.